We're on the knit row of our project and we've been told we've got to work a short row of 6 stitches. So I've knit these 6 stitches here. This is going to be our short row, and for the time being we're not worried about the rest of the stitches on our needle. Now I could just turn my needles and then work these stitches again, but if I did that you can see we'd end up with a hole in our work, which isn't ideal. So to avoid getting that hole, we're going to do what's called wrap and turn on this stitch here on our left hand needle. So because we're on a knit row, our working yarn is at the back, and we're going to slip this stitch purlwise from our left needle onto our right needle, and then we're taking our working yarn from the back round to the front of that stitch, and then we're passing it back from the right hand needle to the left hand needle and taking our working yarn back round to the back. And you can see that that stitch now has been wrapped by our working yarn. So now we can turn our needles and work back across our short row of 6 stitches. One thing I didn't mention, what you can do if you want is place a stitch marker on that stitch that we wrapped, which you can see is there. So if this is all new to you, you might want to just pop a stitch marker on the wrapped stitch. So I'm going to knit our short row 6 stitches again, and now we've come to that wrapped stitch, and you can see that because our yarn was brought to the front, we've got this bump here, almost like we've done a purl stitch on a knit row. So we're going to pick that wrapped yarn up and knit the stitch and the wrapped yarn together and carry on knitting across our entire row. And you can see we've got a shape now to our work where we did an extra 2 rows here of our stitches compared to this side of our work, and we don't have any hole at all where we turned.